I could have sworn they taught that in economics, and I didn't go to high school. I mean, I heard people talk about it.
So, oh Lord, hold it. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Oh Lord, dummy.
Talk about the census. I say the census ain't got nothing to do with you getting a census.
Oh snap! Hey y'all, that's a feat. That's a sister. My beautiful sister saying that like that. And yeah, what's up, King? What's up, King? What you want, King? What you want? What's you want, King? Uh-huh. All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. Let me greet everybody real quick. Let's see, what time is it in the Philippines? Well, I'm gonna just do Kamusta ka. Okay. And if I got any older people in the Philippines watching me, Kamusta po kayo? Kamusta po kayo? Okay. So everybody else, hola guda. Oi, tudo bem? Vassos los, bonjour, mes amis. Quero bom ni konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama, sani bonani. Jumbo habargani. Assalamu alaikum and what? Shalom, I said. All right. So, all right, I'm about to go out and drive somewhere, but I wanted to start this in the house. So, me and my godson, we was talking about the stimulus check. All right, and y'all see the title. Y'all see the title. We were talking. I was going to address. Oh, I forgot that thing was on there. Man. But what was you saying about the stimulus check and the people that can't? I had to let her tell it. Right.
Oh, the people that getting a stimulus check?
No, the people that ain't but think they getting it.
Oh, the ones that let somebody carry their kids.
Uh-huh.
The people that carry your kids on their taxes and get your part of the stimulus for your child.
So y'all know the game. Y'all know the game. Y'all know the scam. Ooh, I ain't never worked. But you know what? I'm going to let you carry my kids. Because they ain't children. They kids. I'm going to let you carry my kids. And let me tell you what you do. After you carry my kids, Mr. Pookie, we're going to split what you get on the taxes. But guess what? Pookie ain't splitting the stimulus check that he gets for each child that he carried for you. That's about how that works. All right, so let's get on with the get on. So King could play his thing, and I don't have any people trying to copyright my video. I'll be back. So let's get on with the get on. All right. So what's really going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Ooh. Na 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 na. Okay. I ain't in my singing voice. I'm in rare form today. All right. So as we get into this, let me let people know that I'm on here real quick, right? And then let me set this up because I didn't. I wanted to start it there. Because I was cracking up. My god sister was just like, oh wow, these people are dumb. They are stupid, right? And that's her words, not mine. Right? And you heard her say they were stupid. And this is why. So a lot of these women think they're going to get this stimulus check. Right? And that ain't how it's going to happen. All right. And so let me do this real quick. All right, that ain't what's going to happen. There's a lot of things to break down too. All right. But the main thing to break down is they ain't getting jack. They ain't getting Nathan. They ain't getting nothing but penetration, right? From Pookie and Ray Ray that done run through them. Oh, Pookie and Ray Ray's been benefiting and stuff like that. And so, and they just could not contemplate what's really going on. All right. So let me real quick. I got this upside down. Let me real quick go in here real quick and do some of my stuff, right? All right. And so a lot of people lack understanding as to what's really going on. All right. And a lot of times they don't understand anything because nobody can teach them. All right. Understand this. And what good is it when you can't teach anybody? Nothing. You can't teach them anything. Right. And so now they are going to be in bad shape. And it's going to be really, 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 really bad shape. All right. So, for the moment, I want to make sure I got good coverage. So let me back out and make sure I can go to where I got excellent coverage. All right. Bam, I saw them squares come up. All right. So as we discuss these things, right? As we discuss these things, all right, one must understand that this this war, all right, that the American BAW has had on men. Now, remember when I told you that the system by design, all right, the system by design was against us. It was against us. All right. So by design, the system was against us, right? But the system is a set of laws whereby the system is a set of laws whereby the laws don't work if there's nobody to enforce them. All right. The laws do not work if there is nobody to enforce them. I want y'all to understand that. If there's nobody to enforce the laws that they're making against the Afro man, then they simply will not work. In order for the laws to work against the Afro man, you got to get somebody that can enforce them. We see everybody else coming but the BAW. Okay? We see everyone else coming but the BAW. One of the things that I try to share with people is how the media has been our worst enemy and gassed up the BAWs. Okay? They gassed up the BAWs to be against somebody that could have potentially been our best ally. And I'm going to say this again. I am going to say this again. When Trump won the presidency, he called a bunch of Afro people into the White House to discuss policy for the Afro community. That was the first time you had that. He called people that represented Afro people in all walks of life. Okay, now what's important? One of those people he called was Steve Harvey. Who does Steve Harvey represent? Yeah, you guessed it, the BAW. Steve Harvey is a straight simp for the BAW. Who shot him down? Think about it. Who shot him down from potentially representing the needs and wants of the BAW? Who shot him down? The BAW. The BAW went hog wild in on Steve Harvey. Arguably, let me say this, arguably their best standard bearer when it comes to symptomhood. All right? I want y'all to understand this. The BAW shot down every opportunity that someone was giving them to have somebody represent them at the highest level in such a way that it would be beneficial for them long term. But they shot so many holes in that you would think that they had buckshots. All right. The other thing is, then they talked their simps into warring on the very people who could benefit them over the long term. I want y'all to understand this. This is the lack of wisdom coming from them. They got their minions to, as they say, hate the orange head. But here's something that is worse. I am in Houston right now, making sure my God sisters are all right. So I am in Houston right now. And one of the things is I was watching the news. And if you want to talk about the people, all right, that could have helped the BAW, but the BAW shot themselves in the foot when it came to the people that could have helped them in this time of need. Then we get to how bad it is that what's going on is going on. For a while, the BAW mistakenly understood that they could treat the good Afro man, the good indigenous Aboriginal man, any kind of way, and that in his time of need, or in their time of need, he'll just be around. One of the things that was going on today, is I was at the store and I was getting a soda pop drink, and I was listening to an American black woman going off on a dude that was trying to holler at her. All right. And she was going in with ferocity. This is what I gathered about this woman outside of being loud, obnoxious, and not worthy of help. Okay. This is what I got out of her. For one, this woman had a bunch of children. Two, there was this dude that was trying to holler, but he wasn't doing enough in her eyesight to take care of her and a bunch of children that she had from some other dudes, right? Because that's how it goes. You need to. I'm a package deal. Then if you're a package deal, that means you're a 304. Don't be a 304. Or don't be a 304. They used to have a rap about that. How not to be a 304. But because of this entitled mindset, and because the left had gassed these women up to make them think that if somebody don't like you in your wickedness, that's their problem, right? They forgot one thing. If somebody don't like you in your wickedness, that's not that person's problem. If the reason they don't like you is because of the wickedness, then that's your problem. So in all of this stuff, what we got is a group that decided to war on the good indigenous aboriginal man. That's what that IDAB stand for. All right. So that's what happened. And that particular man had decided, you know what? I had enough of these BAWs. They ain't worth my time. They ain't even worth a piece of paper. I'm not going to be bothered with them. Ooh, another thing happened. All right. Another thing happened. The other thing happened was this. That the indigenous Afro man, right? The indigenous Afro man is sitting at home alone. No woman, no children. And he said, yeah, that's how these women treat us, the good men. All right, we home alone. But wait a minute. Guess who else is home without a mate? But she ain't alone. The BAW. Yeah, the American black woman is home alone with all those children she had from all those dudes. And all those dudes, for the first time, want to follow the quarantine to the T and not want to have anything to do with those BAWs, to the point where these women are calling every simp they know. Right? But here's the thing. The simps ain't coming through either. Not because they can. They ain't coming through because they can't. See, the simps didn't have any foresight to see anything coming like the real men did. Right? The simps didn't see anything coming. So what happens is that the very men, the good men, you know, the nerds, the dudes that think they smart because they studied, had some integrity, knew how to plan for things and stuff like that, and had the jobs, the wisdom, and the things of comfort to back it up. No, they didn't want them. As a matter of fact, if you had a degree, they thought their little class in biology trumped your doctorate in, or let's say trumped your bachelor's in cytology, the study of cells and cancer. They had general biology to understand where the bones were on their body. But somehow, and that was in CNA school. But that trumps if you're a black man. To them, because you're a black man, you're nothing but a black man to them. See, that trumps it, right? As I'm watching the news, this is what's going on. As I'm watching the news, people are calling Catholic charities. So let me break something else down. I'm breaking down what my god sister broke down. I was cracked. She had me cracking up. All right. So one of the tax evasion scams or tax scams is this. You get a bunch of these women that have all these children that don't work, right? These women then allow two things about this thing and why they're not going to get help, right? These women, hold on. Oh my God, right? So these women that are on Section 8 housing, this, that, and the other, that have all these children, right? These women think that they're going to get some money for all these children, $500 a child, right? But the women that have been given their child to somebody else to carry on the taxes so that they could split the income. See, like I said, these children ain't nothing but a check to these women, right? They're nothing but a check, right? So every way there is to make money off of these multiple children, that's what they're doing, right? And so these women, they decided, guess what? I don't need no good man. I don't need no man. Let me tell you what this virus, quarantine. The country is about to go to hell in a handbasket with the quickness. It's not Trump's fault. If you want to be really honest honest about where the fault lies, it's going to be the Obama administration and the Clinton administration. Because the other thing that's going on is this virus. There's a patent on the virus, and there is also a patent on the whatchamacallit, that they're going to try to immunize us with on the vaccine. There's a patent on the virus, and there's a patent already on the vaccine. All right. The Clinton and Obama administration had sold all of our medical pharmaceutical companies, allowed them to go to China. So China now makes most of our pharmaceuticals when it comes to antibiotics. So much so they were able to threaten us that if we don't stop putting their name in our putting their name in our mouths, that they was just going to hold back all that stuff from us. So when China says that the American army gave this to them, America sold it to them. At least that's what it looks like. Allegedly. That's what it looks like. Now, they didn't sell it to them all like that. But you know how people study these things to come up with vaccines to make money off of them and stuff like that. So you got to grow them in the lab and stuff. And they just were lax on their things and didn't handle the thing right. And that's how it got out. The Chinese didn't handle the thing right. And it is believed that it was the Obama administration that sold this thing to them. Now, I want y'all to think about this. They're naming it the C-19. To get to 19, that means you had to go through 1 through 18. So this is the 19th variant. I want y'all to just put that in your pipe real quick, right? So let's get back to this. Well, what this thing has done is it's all out of control, right? It got a bunch of people afraid, but your sound-minded men, they're not afraid. As a matter of fact, it's worse. They're curious. And they go into research mode. Now, here's the thing. We know we can't trust the media because the media gassed up the BAW to be against the Afro men, right? And so, yeah, we checking them on that. We like, okay, so we can't trust the media. They've been lying on us for a while. We know they're lying on Trump, and they've been telling lies on behalf of the people they like in a good way. So we're like, oh, okay, we can't trust them. All right. Trump is no good at medical information, so we shouldn't trust him for medical information. But we would hope that he had the right people around him, right? Nope, don't believe it. Now Trump will think he got the right people around him. All right, but what happens is with these people, there is always an agenda. All right, I want you to understand that. With these people, there is always an agenda. All right, so now Trump, we don't know if Trump got an agenda person or if he got a real person that cares. I'm saying he got an agenda person. I have my reasons. Okay, so you got this stuff going on. You got people you can't trust. You got a president that's not a biologist. He's not a doctor. He's not a lab tech. He's not none of that. He's a businessman. All right. You got people around him that's been trying to sabotage him since he's been elected. You got a media you can't trust. So what do people do? They start researching on their own. They start being on their own. They start to get their own resources. My god sister was telling me that Trump tried to, when this thing came back, tried to give everybody $1,500 instead of $12, but the Democrats shot it down. Why? Because they don't want, it is more important to them that he not look good than us get help. Now, me, myself, I don't need no help. Not like that. Right? I mean, I could use all the money I could get to do what I want to do. Right? But I really don't need money like that. Right? Not the way some other people need it. All right? Because I'm feeling for some people that basically is like, you know what? We ain't got crap. What we gonna do? You see what I mean? I'm feeling for people like that. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the deal. I think I'm going the wrong way. Here's the deal. What's going on is this. All right. What's going on is this. That none of the stuff is getting to people the way people thought it was going to come. So I'm looking at the news and I'm seeing people like, oh, I'm going to have back rent. And so these are some of the laws that they came up with. All right, for your rent, for the rent, people don't get it twisted. You're still going to have to pay your rent. What they did was say no charges, no late charges when you're not paying your rent due to the COVID virus thing. Oh, you get hell of a late charge if you one of them people that ain't been paying your rent before the thing, and then all of a sudden you gonna try to use this. Nope, not gonna happen. But if as a result of the virus, right? If as the result of the virus, you don't have to pay the late charges, you're going to have to pay rent. Because the other people they're not trying to hurt is the apartment complexes. Because they're going to still need to keep people hired. They're still going to need to keep the upkeep, right? So this isn't like your rent's going to be forgiven. No, you have to pay rent, right? But for them people that's been selling their children on the tax forms. They're not going to get any money back. One, they're not going to get any money back because, well, they didn't fill out any taxes, right? Then two, all the people that carried their children and split that money with them, guess what? They ain't going to have to fill out paperwork because those children are already on the tax returns, right? Oh, here's the caveat. The dudes that's been carrying them children, you know, Pookie and Ray raising them, Auntie Emma and Auntie Frida and them, they ain't going to give them the same way them women would not give a man back his child support. They ain't giving them women back that money once they get it from the government, because it's going to be an automatic check based on your tax. Understand this. It's going to be an automatic check based on your taxes. So they're going to look at your taxes. They're going to see who had children, who carried a child, bada boom, bada bing, and that's it. That person gets $500 for each child that's on their taxes, right? Guess who's not getting nothing? Mrs. I have all these children and you need to take care of it. You need to step up. This woman was arguing with this dude at the store all out so we all could hear her. Talking about how he needs to step up and take care of her and them children because they are a package deal, right? Apparently they're a package deal that he didn't want, right? So what ends up happening is she's trying to get him, and I can hear him on the phone because he's like, well, you know, in that voice like he just, you know, blew a couple trees and his head is clouded, right? And so basically what happened is she's trying to it's the right street. So she's trying to convince him, and she's trying to order him to use his resources to take care of her. Understand this. She's trying to order this dude to use his resources to take care of her and her children. Wait a minute. And her hair. She got bills due. She got rent due. And she got electric due. All right. And from the sound of the dude on the other line, it don't even seem like he could pretty much take care of himself by himself. And you can hear the you know, the preacher talk. Well, you know, I can't get it good because my voice, right? The preacher talk. So you got the speech. Basically, that's what you got, right? And with the speech, right, you can see that this dude is struggling, and you can see he's just talking to her because he probably just hit. So it's somebody she just let hit, right? So she rode that carousel, and now she wants payment in full. And by full, she wants him to be responsible for all the children she had from somebody else, be responsible for her hair, nail, the bills in the house. So he has to take care of a bunch of children. I don't know how many, but I'm gathering it was more than 3 by how she was talking, right? So, because she was like, all my children, right? So she wasn't like my two kids. And she didn't call them children either. She's like, you need to take care of all me and all my kids. So you know that's more than 3. All right? Because given how they talk, when they have 2, they will number. If they have 3, they will number. If they have a bunch, They don't even bother the number. It's like, all my kids, you need to take care of me and all my kids. We a package deal, right? And I'll turn into Elvis in a minute. Return to sender, address unknown. Return to sender. I ain't gonna say the rest of what I was about to say. But anyway, so that's basically it, right? So at the end of the day, which it is in the end of the day, all these females are running around expecting the dudes that they ain't done nothing for, dudes that they can't stand. Understand this. We're the ones they can't stand because we're the smart guys, right? Oh, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing, right? So we're nothing, right? So all the war, this is now a war of attrition, and it'll be attrition of resources, right? And the battle that they waged against us, the good men, the battle that they waged against us is now starting to take a toll on them. We couldn't see it coming, but a lot of us said that judgment is coming for the BAW. Y'all know that's been my claim to fame. Judgment is coming. Judgment is coming. Judgment is coming. A lot of people start reading in Revelations and stuff like that. Revelations is not prophecy. It's a roadmap for the people that misled us. It's a roadmap. You can't look at it as it's a roadmap. It's not prophecy. It's a roadmap as to what they're going to do. They're looking at Revelation and they figure out they could frighten people because they got people to believe in a book and in a deity. Jesus is a new deity, right? That belongs to Caucasians. Kick this air. Get some of this going up this way. All right. So that's basically it, right? My phone trying to overheat, y'all. So I'm gonna have to stop somewhere. Still let this air hit. All right. So that's because I want to read some of y'all's comments. So I'm gonna get to a place where I can stop. All right. So that's what's going on. Right? Going on is that these all these women that has made adversaries of all these dudes that have used them up. And I'm gonna tell you about a couple more anecdotal stories that's been going on and that's been happening to me. All right, like somebody calling me to unscrew their oil cap. I don't even want to deal with them. Why are you calling me? I thought you was when I first I returned the call because I thought it was somebody that was going to be like, well, how are you in this? How are you? You know, one of them. No, hey, my oil cap was too tight and I needed a man, and I took it as an insult, right? Because I took it as somebody that was trying to get me to hop in the car, run up and take care of it. Look, you're not my woman. I'm not the dude that was laying in bed with you last night. So I'm not the one. All right. So basically, then they called me to give him a jump. I was like, I'm not coming across town driving 20, 30 minutes to give you a jump to jump off your vehicle. Not going to happen. All right. Not my responsibility. I'm not your man. All right. So a lot of stuff like this is going on. Right. Hope she got that jump from somebody because it wasn't me. Let me stop somewhere so I can read these comments. Make sure I don't lose signal. All right. So that's basically it, right? So you got a lot of people that didn't want to deal with us. They didn't give us no love. You know what I mean? We don't get no love. Oh, but we get the phone calls though. All right, we get the phone calls. So let me say, what's up, Texas Marine? What's up, Daniel, Antonio, Frizzle, my nizzle for shizzle. The phone, breath media. Should go this way. What's up, J Dog? Yeah, Antonio. Don't seem to be much here. Let me redo this. All right. Right? And so basically, let's talk about the Jesus Christ thing that the BAW like to follow. All right, hold on. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Some of these women think the used up vag is enough after riding the CC. Right. And we're telling them, nope, you're not worth anything. Okay. If only had the stories that I'm telling. Love my daughter, hate how her life is. Find a woman that was raised to be a woman, wife and mother, and follow. Okay, that went away quick. And follow a man's lead that ain't tatted up. That's going to be the new thing for us, because we're not supposed to have tattoos and stuff like that. That's going to be the new thing. That's going to how the Most High is going to set us apart, I believe. All right, now let's see. I've invested in myself while I was younger. I'm reaping the benefits of that now. No baby mama drama or alimony payment. Right. I got child support, but not alimony. All right. Let's see. Okay, so I got child support payments, but not alimony. Like Steven Jackson, I went through child support, but no alimony. I had black men drama and didn't get to raise my daughter with my influence. So glad you escaped the system. Stay out of it, brother. Talking to Frizzo. He was talking to Frizzo. Okay, so here's the thing. Let me say this. Jesus is the Caucasian deity. He is not the deity of the Old Testament, which we were to follow. Okay, I want y'all to understand that. All right. When this Caucasian women said, y'all following Jesus trying to say he was black, he was white. But when they painted him, when they made him up, it was an Afro man, and they needed it to be an Afro man at the time because you couldn't get any Hebrews at the time who were all of melanated hue to follow something that was Caucasian. That was the problem that caused the revolt against the Romans to begin with. Nero wanted to put his statues up in the temples. All right. All the stuff was painted Caucasian during the Renaissance. All right. Because they figured out through the woman, you can weaken the Afro society, the Chemican society, the African society. They figured that out, and they were correct. All right. Now, here's the other thing. All right. Let's not forget. Here's the other thing that went on. In this time, I told you that the New Testament is completely opposite of the commandments, right? Well, when you look at it, the Old Testament commandments gave us freedom. The New Testament said it didn't. It robbed you of freedom. Well, if you follow the commandments, you have freedom not to follow the laws of man. while also following the things encompassed in those laws. All right. You then learn through the commandments which one of man's laws are wicked and which one of his laws are righteous. The laws based on the commandments are righteous. The laws not based on the commandments are wicked. You see what all the money laws have done with the interest, the usury, and stuff like that. So you can say, oh, wow, this is wickedness. You see what I mean? So you could be like, wow, this is wickedness. And we know this is because it is out of line of the natural righteousness that things should be. All right. But then when you look at it and you look at this New Testament, right? I will tell somebody that what makes me different from a church scholar, church Bible scholar, you know, the religious person that said they read the King James version back and forth and back and all the rest of this stuff. What makes them different from me is I am a Bible scholar in that I know where the Bible comes from. I know about how it got there, who put it there. And you can learn that too by just reading the forward in the front. If you read the front of the New Testament, they'll tell you they don't know who really wrote the New Testament. They'll tell you. They'll call them cute. But you know what y'all people never do? They never open up their book to see when it was printed. They never open up their book to see who the press was. And it is King James version of a translation. But somehow or another, these clowns will try to have you believe that the translation is better than the original. I used to play for some of these churches out here. They will literally have you believe that the translation is better than the original. They will argue that. The same people that with no education arguing with a person that works as a lab tech about viruses, bacteria, and try to tell them they don't know what they're talking about because white cells, if you don't understand microbiology, then you don't understand white cells. And I was like, you stupid fool. You mean hematology? Oh, they don't know what hematology is. All right. Hematology is the study of all your cells. The white ones, the red ones, your platelets. All right. The stuff that's inside your cells. All right. But that don't mean nothing to them because they had a class in biology and they saw something somebody said in a book. They never worked with the stuff, and they're going to work with the person whose job it was to determine what cells were is present, how many of them, and distinguish them from an Lord have mercy. But that's what we have. But why do they do this? Why do they do this? Because it is in their heart to be at war with the Afro man. It is in their heart to be at war with the Afro man. They cannot stand a good man. And when they see they are in front of a person that is intelligent and smart, in order to not listen to them, they try to belittle the knowledge they have with the little knowledge that they have, right? And the reason, somebody said, you are smart. And I start trying to play the dumb role. I stopped dumbing myself down for people or trying to hide my intelligence for people. And why? Because there's some dudes that got some intelligence too. There's some dudes that talk like they got intelligence, but they don't, because I know that what they're saying is lies because they don't know what they're saying is lies because they never studied it. They're regurgitating what somebody else told them. I know the difference, right? In conversation, they can't think on their feet because they don't know what none of this stuff means. They only know what somebody told them. So they can't put stuff together. They can't have an understanding outside of what that person told them. Is I'm not going by just what somebody told you or told me. I'm going by my understanding of what I learned about how the thing works. So I'm not going by what somebody just told me. Somebody told me something. I went and looked into it, found out why things operated the way they did. So within the confines of how it operates, I am now able to draw conclusions, draw inferences, draw out what I don't know, right? That's what makes me smart. What makes me smart is I know enough to know what I don't know. Makes me smarter yet is I know enough to know what you don't know. What also makes me smart is if you know something I don't, I am able to learn from you because I seek the truth, not to win. I'm not trying to battle you to win at some arbitrary thing that has no reward for either one of us. You understand? So I don't have that battle. I'm not battling you. Oh man, I won that argument because I yelled louder than he did. All right, which gets me to these little sissified simps. There was one dude on Facebook. That was following the media, and he tried to say, "Oh, you disagree with us because we don't like Trump. Oh, you have a problem with us, and you say that the us that get high, our problem is we don't like Trump." I said, "Nope, that isn't my problem." I said, "My problem with you is it is so easy for the media to get you to not like a person that every last one of y'all liked until he ran for president, but then you vote for the people that's actually calling us the N-word to our faces, or calling the children dogs and super predators to your face." Why? Because they believe, hold on, the reason why Hillary Clinton got up and called the children dogs, basically, we need to bring these super predators to heel. That's calling them dogs, heel. The reason why she said it like that, because she figured that these people were so brain dead, bent on voting Democrat no matter what, that they would even vote on people that call them racist names in their face, that would call their children racist name in their face. Some people were angry for a hot second, then they went back and voted Democratic. Why? Because the media was able to gas them up to not like a dude who the first people he asked to discuss policy, the first community he wanted to deal with, because he understood it financially wise. If you got poor doing so bad and you want to bring robberies down, if you get most of them jobs, robberies would go down. One, because they're too busy working. And two, many people are more proud to buy stuff. Ooh, I'm making sure you won't stop, bro. Many people are prouder to buy stuff than to steal it. They would rather buy stuff than to steal it. I said many, not all. Brothers would rather buy stuff than to have to steal it. It's a pride thing. And Trump understood that. So he wanted to work with us. Who cut that off? The BAWs, right? Who's complaining that Trump don't represent them? The BAWs, the main ones that cut him off when he was trying to have people up like Steve Harvey that represented them. All right, I'm tired of driving around, so I'm about to shut this down in a little bit. I gotta stay out of the house because that child be turning on music and stuff like that. Next thing you know, I'll be like, man, I can't play nothing. All right. But anyway, so that's what it is, right? The very people that's been warring against us are getting their comeuppance, right? And this thing is doing it. They have no money. They're running out of money. Some of them never had money, and they're trying to figure out how to use us, and they're using every trick in the book. Brothers, what I'm telling you is don't fall for it. If they didn't need you before this, they don't need you after it. All right? So with that said, I'm out. I'll holler at y'all later. After a while, I'm by and by. I want to help out Brazil. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to do my donation thing when all this is over. All right. But y'all do what y'all can with whatever y'all got, you know, because we can't save everybody. But I'm sure going to try to do something for them. Because them people always showed me love, right? But when this stimulus comes through, I'm going to be like, y'all, we got some money. Oh, Lord have mercy. Out of mercy. I'm going to tell my brothers in Brazil, y'all, we got our comeuppance. All right. So with that said, I'm out. Peace, love, and soul. I'm going to start jetting back to the crib, and I'll holler at you. Get me something to drink, too. All right. Peace, love, and soul. Woo, bruh. Man. Peace, love, and soul. I'm out.